another episode of Art Nouveau with your artist and host, LeilaniJoy. This is my video art blog where I document my creative process and give you guys some tips and tricks along the way. First of all, I would like to apologize for my long hiatus. I think it's been like a month now since I made a video, but I do have a really good excuse. And this time it's all because of the big mouse, and you can blame him for it. And as some of you guys know, I have worked with Disney's Wonderground Gallery for the past 4 years now, and it's been an amazing little adventure. But recently, they've offered me a new and exciting opportunity. And this time, they want me to come down every weekend, starting in May 2018, and do a live painting demonstration. So I'm going to be creating a new one-of-a-kind Disney piece right there in the gallery, and you can come hang out with me while I'm painting and talk to me and ask me questions and distract me so I don't feel too nervous, because I'm like having nightmares about this already. So behind the scenes, I've been working on a sketch and getting that approved. And I've also been creating a new piece that I'm going to launch the first weekend that I'm there. So not one, but 2 Disney pieces in progress. And this is the reason I haven't had anything to show you guys, because I have to sign lots of scary looking paperwork when I sign up that I can't show any progress until they release. So if you are in the Anaheim, LA, SoCal area, please come and see me one of the weekends in May 2018. The first Saturday, May 5th, I will be there from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for my official Disney piece launch and signing. And then I'll be back that evening from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the live painting demo and meet and greet. All the other nights, every Saturday and Sunday of May, I'll be there from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So those are all the times that you can catch me there. I'm also going to be showing my wares. That sounds wrong. I mean, selling my prints and products in the store. So I'm also currently working on prepping about 1,000 prints to go down to there. They seem to think that I have some kind of like secret factory or something. They just give me like a huge number of prints and I'm like, I make them all. So that's also been taking up a huge amount of my time, but that's going to be available in store as well. So you can find out more about this if you want exact details on my website, LeilaniJoy.com, and I have a little section for shows and events. Check that out there. Okay, so today, what am I going to be painting? Well, if my look hasn't given it away, and yes, she's a wig. I know, it looks so good, right? So I bought this wig as like a long, scraggly witch wig, and I styled it like this for my Rachel Blade Runner cosplay for Halloween. But this look is kind of inspired by a piece that I recently finished, and some of you guys have already seen already. And it's my latest creation for the 78 Tarot deck. And this year, my card is the High Priestess. And I was super, super stoked to be assigned this card. This is a really big card in the deck. And I really wanted to do something kind of surreal and dreamlike, but Art Deco at the same time. So I really had a lot of inspirations going into this piece. So I'm going to show you guys the process of this painting. And for those of you who are used to my format on Art Nouveau, I usually show you guys the speed paint, give you a few tips and some nice music along the way. But for those of you who would like a little bit more and a more in-depth walkthrough of my step-by-step process, the challenges I encountered, exactly how I do things, I'm going to be adding a full commentary version of this to my Patreon. So if you are a $5 and up subscriber, you will get the full-length talk-over version of this. So I'm going to walk you guys through step-by-step and explain everything that I'm doing. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys my piece, the High Priestess, and I hope you enjoy it. So typically when I start a new tarot card design, I like to start with the most traditional depiction of my card. And according to Biddy Tarot, which is a great source of meanings of tarot cards, so in the traditional card, they usually show the High Priestess sitting in blue robes between 2 pillars, also known as the Pillars of Solomon's Temple. And she's seated in front of a tree that has pomegranates because she's also connected with Persephone. She wears the crown of Isis on her head. And there's also some other deeper sort of visual cues here. But the High Priestess typically represents wisdom, serenity, knowledge, and understanding. And she's also often described as the guardian of the subconscious. So she sits in front of this thin veil of awareness that separates us from our inner selves. Kind of like she knows the secret to accessing these other realms, so to speak. She also represents a link to the subconscious mind. And those are the things that really spoke to me about this card, and I really liked the sort of surreal aspect of it. And I also liked this sort of symbolism that they talk about, her connection with Persephone and the Greek goddess and myth of that. So I wanted to incorporate a couple of those symbols, the pomegranate and the crown of Isis. And I really loved that in particular because Isis was also connected with the afterlife and the underworld, and sort of having a connection with another realm. So I kind of want to bring that into my interpretation and sort of have her be this guardian between worlds. And I like the concept of her being between the pillars. I also liked sort of the outstretched arms, like a guardian, like this statue, or like a pose similar to this. And I also wanted to bring in this inspiration that I've had for a long time, this gorgeous, gorgeous depiction of Cleopatra. And I've had this in my inspiration file for years, and I've always wanted to kind of work it into a piece somehow. And this is actually perfect for that because it has exactly that sort of powerful female goddess kind of appeal to it. So I'm going to be combining that inspiration with this gorgeous makeup artist and face model, Lucy Garland, who I started following on Instagram. And she actually has kind of a similar pose as my Cleopatra image. And I just love her face. I am absolutely obsessed with it. So I really want to work that in as well. And the final inspiration is this idea of her being a gatekeeper, a guardian. So I want to literally have this sort of Art Deco, Art Nouveau gate be part of her figure, maybe becoming her clothing or something like that, something kind of surreal. So I did some inspiration hunting for different gate designs and stuff, and I'm going to kind of pull that in. And my final kind of inspiration is I always go back to my favorite animated film, Unico, but this character of the Night Wind. And I've talked about her before, and she kind of has like these dripping bands that are coming off of her costume. And I think that kind of works perfectly with this gate idea. So from there, taking all those inspirations, I did a quick little facial sketch with my Lucy Garland image and the Henry Clive painting, and really liked where this was going. So from there, I took my little portrait study, and in Photoshop, I created this comp. So this was kind of a quick design comp I just threw together, and I'm going to paint directly from this. So finally, I wanted to get an idea of my colors. So I brought in my Henry Clive image that I'm going to basically borrow the palette from. And I did some sampling in Photoshop to create this color composite. So with all of that together, I'm now ready to paint.
Okay guys, moment of truth. I am legit scared to spray paint my little masking masterpiece here that I've spent 2 full days of work on. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm hoping that all the meticulous time I took is going to pay off. So before I did anything, I double checked this, made sure it was all sealed, looked for any holes. I tested all my spray cans and I tested the caps to make sure they spray, and I even did a little practice to kind of like just warm up with the spray paint. So I've taken all the necessary precautions and I'm just gonna go for it, and hopefully my hard work will pay off. So let's do it.
Okay, you guys, well, my High Priestess piece is almost finished now, and before I show you how she turned out, I have a few quick things to tell you about. We just finished our first collaboration contest on Patreon, and these are my top 3 winners, and I just have to show them to you because they were so incredible, and actually tons of them were amazing. You guys, I have the most talented fans, and it made it so hard for me to pick these winners, but I'm doing another collab contest right now. So if you go sign up for Patreon right now, you can get in on it. And your prize this time is I'm going to pick my top winner to do a collab with. And then I'm going to create a lovely canvas reproduction such as this of our collaboration. I'm going to embellish it, sign it, and ship it to you. So you'll have a forever one-of-a-kind little canvas piece of our work together. So I think that's going to be pretty great, and I'll have some other prizes for you guys as well. If you want details, again, find it on my Patreon, patreon.com/LeilaniJoy for all the rules and guidelines and how to get involved. Okay, guys, I'm also going to give you guys at the end of this video a link to buy this tarot deck so you can find this and all the other decks that I've also contributed to with 78 Tarot. So I hope you enjoy this piece. This original is already sold, and I want to send a huge hug and thank you to Belinda, who gave my High Priestess original a forever home, and she will be with you very, very soon. And if you want a canvas reproduction, a print, anything else, you can find that in my Etsy shop right here. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys my piece, the High Priestess, and I hope you enjoy it. See you guys on a video soon. Bye! Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to talk at the end of this video, but before you guys go, I just want to quickly show you the original framed completed piece, give you a little side-by-side of artist and creator. What do you think? Do you see the resemblance? But anyways, I love this frame, and that's what I really wanted to show you is I splurged. This was a pricey frame, and it's a water-gilded, hand-built frame, and I love it because it looks very period appropriate. It looks like something that's from the 1920s, or it has this Art Deco vintage kind of look about it, and I think it's just gorgeous, and it really just finishes the piece. There's just something about it's kind of like putting your wig on after you have your makeup on. It's like that finishing touch that just is an extension of the work. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you will take a print home with you because, yeah, she would love to have a spot on your wall. And I'm done. So bye!